Hello and welcome to another Stamp Around the UK video hop. I'm Donna from Keen to Craft with Donna. I've just noticed missing the A there. And I'm going to show you a card that I've made using the On Display bundle. This is a card that's been inspired by Kim, one of the artisan demonstrators. So I'm going to start by using some, hold on, I'm just going to get a little bit comfortable, some Mossy Meadow background. Actually, I may just put that away aside for now. And then I'm going to build a sort of a cabinet, a display cabinet. Now I've done a few cards. I'm just looking around to see if they're within arm's reach. I've done a few cards using this. It caught my eye straight away when it first came out. However, there's a lot of dies to it, a lot of stamps. It can be quite overwhelming. So I thought this one just uses, parts of it, but not filling the whole display cabinet. So this is your display cabinet. Could be either actually it could be like this or like that, but this is just a small part of it, which I'm just going to stick down. I'm going to try and ensure that I'm leaving enough room for the stuff I'm going to put on top. I think that might be one of the highest, so around about there would be enough. And I've also got a little sentiment that I'd like to display underneath. Now I'm going to try and put some open cabinets. Oh, that's the wrong one. Hold on. So these pop out, and with a little pad they look like they're open. That might be just enough. I think those two there. Just press this down, see why it's not sticking. So then that's this open cupboard, and I need this small one. Oh, it's quite bright, so I tried to film this while I had natural light. So that's going to be what's going to go on top of my cabinet. So I may just stick this down so that I can see and start putting things basically on my shelf. Might be that I do need a couple of small design dimensionals in the corner. This is an online exclusive, so you won't see it in the mini catalogue, neither will you see it in the main catalogue. So sometimes they're easily missable. Right, so I like that. Now what you can also cut out are these little sort of handles. So I'm going to see how I'm going to place these handles. Just, I think, I'm not sure, I think that probably doesn't need a handle, or I wonder if I could just sort of cut out a, just make that, turn that into a bit of a diamond and cut, and I just put a bit of glue there and then just pull that off. Okay, so a tiny bit of glue there, and on the other side. Now for the fun part, imagine having just cleaned this shelf. There's loads of stamps that will go with this, and there's also loads of dies. So if I leave those there, then we might be able to show you and refer to them. So I have got part of a plant here, so that's the leaf, and I've also, in a rusty colour, so Cajun Craze, I've stamped, just making sure it's all still in view, stamped the little pot. So I'm just going to get a tiny dimensional to put on the back so that I can place my plant on it. And that may go, oh, it's about to pop out of my frame, so maybe I just need to go somewhere where, yeah, that's it, where I could just put my plant pot. Let me see if I can, these are just on pads, so maybe if I gently remove this shelf, I may be able to just lower it. That might give me enough room. It's not straight. Right, a bit of the cabinet poking out. So that's now gone. And right, let's see now. Yep, that's perfect in that corner. I have also stamped a little cat. Now I'll show you how I've stamped that in a second. And I've die cut in gold to match the handles, this little bird cage. And you know, depending on how much time you have, you could stamp and cut out a little bird to go behind there. I've also cut out some hanging, like a hanging plant. Did I cut out? I've got a little bottle, and trying to remember, did I? No, I don't think I did a pot for that, because I just felt it might be a little too much. So there's that one of the little bottles. This is the stamp, this is the die cut, so it's there. Just placing things at the moment. It might be that that's still part, no, that just goes. I'm going to just park that there for a minute, and I'm just going to see where I can put my little cat, and that would be everything to go on my shelf. Now it might be that this is just a bit too much, unless it can go. That might be an idea to put it behind the cat. Okay, so let me just place that there. Actually, need a pad there, because then that would be great for the cat as well. Let's put that there. Oops, there goes my shelf. And I've just decorated. So I was very careful when I die cutted this. Right, so there's my cat. A bit of glue on my bird cage. What I didn't say is that I've embossed the backing just to give it an extra dimension. So that's there, and this isn't stuck, can't remember. So that could go there. Lift it up. If I could just glue this one down, the others are fine. Tiny pad for my pot. This was an old bit of paper that actually, as I was clearing up, I've just noticed another corner, and it was the perfect colour. So this is quite an old, I think that is everything for my Now I'm actually wondering whether I need to fill that gap. It's getting on my nerves a little bit. Maybe actually if I filled it flat, cut it more. Oh, not quite. There we go. So it's not, I think, yep, perfect. That looks much better. So let me just put that aside and show you how I made the cat. So let me just see where I put the stamps. Should be somewhere. Yep. Here, I must admit I am a bit of a messy crafter. So I chose the two colours. I chose Pecan Pie as the base colour. I'll stamp that there. It's quite dark, so if that's too dark, you can use the second generation. Then for the whiskers and the little sort of strokes of colour, I've used the Cajun Craze, and actually I'm going to go straight onto the lighter coloured, but I will. I should have done this in yellow actually, it would have been like Guardfield. Right, again there. See, so there's two different cats, and obviously it comes out with the die that you can cut out. Now for the sentiment, now I don't know, depends on how much you follow Stampin' Up. They have product of the month. Whoops. And if you spend £70, you get to buy the product of the month for £5. And for January, it's this fabulous sayings. And I'm just going to see how big the happy birthday is. Might be that it's, whoa, just about the right size. Now, I'm not sure what this is going to look like. To be honest, it's a combination that I've never used before, which is the Cajun Craze ink on the yellow. Trying to keep some colour coordination going on, as well as spring, because that was the theme for our video hop actually. So if I start by placing that here so you can see how it's coming along nicely. There are a couple of sentiments here. Hello, you've been on my mind just for you. Treat yourself. A birthday for the books, because there's loads of books that you could stamp and die cut to create like a little bookshelf. I'm just going to fussy cut this. Not everyone's idea of making a quick card. Actually, what might be better is doing it that way. And I'm hoping that is going to look quite nice. Another thing I could have done is actually use the gold embossing powder, because that would have worked well with the matching the handles and the bird cage. Maybe I should have actually done this and cut it off before the video, like I prepared some of the others. Still sort of learning a bit, getting the hang of it, but it means that you've got my company for a little bit longer. I often just go for a little hello sentiment and then wish I had more birthday cards. So this will be ideal. And in fact, I wouldn't say it's very feminine. I'd say it would be suitable for both a female birthday card or male. Okay, do like round edges. Let's see how that's going to look. There we go. Will this fit? Need another tiny bit. Yeah, probably off camera now. Now if, like here, there's a tiny bit of the pad poking out, just snip it off. Quite pleased with that. I've got some yellow diamonds, but I'm wondering actually, or embellishments, whether I just need to use a couple of yellowy gold ones. Just maybe down here. There we go. See, hopefully it's still filming. Yep. There's my Spring in Bloom card that I've made for you using the On Display bundle. I really quite like it. I like the cat. It looks like he's looking at us. I will now put an insert in there, put a white one, and I might try and stamp maybe a little bird on the inside. Well, thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's inspired you to do a little bit more craft. I really enjoy reading your comments, so please let me know what you thought and whether you would change anything. Have a good afternoon. Bye bye.